Hey guys, Iron Phoenix here, looking at a chest going backwards and forwards on a track. I was going to do a tutorial on how to make something as hypnotic as this, but well, I was doing it and I had loads of lag issues and stuff. So after 2 takes now, I'm just going to give you a brief description on how to get something as maniacal as this. I don't think maniacal is even a word. Maniacal? Something along those lines anyway. Basically, this thing acts like a big sort of chest, only it can only take one item at a time. So if you put multiple items in this chest, it will just kind of get really confused, like that, and just kind of stick it out somewhere. Those items go in there, and when this chest thing comes along, it will go into the chest and then it will unload down there. Very simple how you do this. You may remember the last tutorial where I showed you how to move items into a block. It's exactly the same as that, except down here we've got something called a, there we go, boarding rail. When the chest comes along and it stops there, you see that it flashes green. That's sending a redstone signal down to say that, yeah, send the cart off. I'm just going to stop the cart because it's annoying me. There you go. So yeah, so that's loading down there. It will return when that comes along down there and stops, and it flashes red because that's told it to stuck this redstone signal down into that, and it shot it back in the direction of the arrow. If you have a holding rail, which has an arrow basically in each direction, I'll see if I can find it like that, the cart will stop and then it will continue on in the direction it was travelling in before it stopped. And then on the other side, we have our redstone engine attached to a wooden pipe into here with all the items that it's collected from down there, and the only difference is that the unloader, which is a separate block, is underneath the boarding rail. And the way you do that, you stick your block down and you stick your boarding rail down on the top. So that's not really too complicated. I will say Railcraft adds a ton of new content, not just tracks. We've got down here, if I can find it, this thing, which is a tunneler. You fill it full of rails, stick either a diamond bore head or iron bore head in the thing that says head, fill it full of fuel, and it will just go off and it will just lay tracks and spit out all the rubbish behind it. If it gets to a chasm, which I suspect it's got to, that's deeper than, I can't remember exactly how many tiles it is, but deeper than a certain amount of tiles, it will stop and won't move an inch, unless it can fill it with gravel, which this might be able to do actually. Yeah, it looks like it will. That's quite a cool little thing. The way that tracks are made, obviously different. You need a coke oven. You put wood in there, you get charcoal and creosote out. You combine the creosote with 3 wooden platform, sort of those half platform things, and you get sleepers. You combine that, you get a rail bed. And then you use a rolling machine to make the rails themselves of the standard rail, which we've used down here. But these are a little bit more complicated. Again, any specifics, read the wiki, because I don't know the recipes off by heart, and the wiki's there for a reason, so check those out. I'll just do a small break for a minute while I set up the next one. I'm going to do a quick my first workshop tutorial in 1 second. Hey guys, welcome back and welcome to my little, it's not really a tutorial, it's just a hey, this is what industrialcraft does kind of thing. And over here we have just a very basic setup of what an industrialcraft, pretty much a sort of a starter workshop, if you like, would kind of look like. So over here we have these generators. They're standard generators. They burn coal to make power. They are connected to this thing. It's called a bat box. It stores power, 40,000 EU or whatever the actual. Yeah, the 40,000 whatever. You can also charge these things up with batteries and charge batteries from them. So power goes into there, and then all these four machines are sort of the starter machines, if you like, the ones that you'll probably start off with. And this is sort of, I think they call it this a tier 2 or tier 3. This is the sort of this is a furnace that you would only really get once you've been into the nether and got yourself some brightstone. So now I'll go through them each. So this is a macerator. What it does is it takes ores, just your standard ore, say gold ore, and it turns it into 2 dust. If you were to put a bar in there, because I know what you're thinking here, if you put a bar in there it will turn it into 1 dust, so you can't duplicate bars, and you can't duplicate dust either, but it turns it into 2 dust, which then counts as, each one counts as an ore. There you go. So it creates, that will take that will create 2 gold bars. The extractor takes rubber tree saplings, rubber wood, and sticky resin, and it turns it into rubber. Not much more I really can say, although I will just show you what the rubber tree looks like. You can spot them a mile off because they've got these rather large sort of, they're usually 2 or 3 block high sort of tails on them. And if you're very lucky, some of them will even have these sort of things. If you use a rubber tap on one of these, it will give you lots of sticky resin. I'll just see if I can find her. And the sticky resin can be used to make rubber, which is in turn used to make quite a lot of really useful things. Mainly cables, and in turn cables can make bat boxes. These are all the things I couldn't find before, but I can't see the rubber tap. As is the way, when you're looking for something you can never find it, and when you're not looking for something, yeah, that's when you'll find it. No, can't see it. Anyway, it's a little rubber tap thing. Look on the wiki, look it up there, and you hit that and you get sticky resin out. Right, I think next is the compressor, which is why I've just grabbed these 3 things. So the thing that I'm holding now is uranium ore. You mine this and it turns into uranium blocks, and then 9 blocks you can use to combine into one of these, which is completely useless but it looks cool. Uranium is also used in, sorry, I've put that in the extractor, doesn't do anything. Uranium is also used in uranium cells, and that's pretty much their main use, and in turn that goes into nuclear reactors. Yes, industrialcraft has nuclear reactors, which is really cool. So while that's doing that, this is an electric furnace, runs off electricity rather than coal. These boxes down here, you'll see them on all these things, they're battery slots, so put a charged battery in there, will charge the item. Hey guys, sorry for the slight blip there, my computer suddenly decided to run disk cleanup. and slow my PC down, as if it wasn't in bad enough shape already. So there might have been a slight weirdness there. So electric furnace, done that. So that's the battery slot on each of them. The induction furnace is kind of seen as an advanced form of furnace, and you'll only get this once you've been into the nether and got yourself some brightstone. Basically you can use it to heat multiple things. I've got no other multiple thing that I can use, but the other thing is you got 2 slots there and kick it out. The thing is that this thing here where it says heat, you've got percentage, when it gets to about 60% heat, this progress bar will rocket through. I've never actually got it up to 100%. They are an absolute electricity hog, but they're so worth it. If you can produce enough electricity to actually run one of these for a good time, then yeah, you'll just mince through everything. So that's the basics of the workshop. Next tutorial, I don't know quite what we'll be doing yet, but see you then. And any comments, as always, any comments on the tutorials, anything you want to request, comments about, I don't know, cats or trains, dump them all down in comments. Oh yeah, I should really say, in industrialcraft you can also make your own diamonds, which is kind of cool. It's kind of time consuming to do, but you can do it, which is useful. So yeah, end of tutorial on the high note. Download industrialcraft when it finally comes on 1.2.5. I'm on 1.2.3, and the latest version of industrialcraft is only working on 1.2.4, but there is a hack to try and get it onto 1.2.5, but obviously as it's a hack it's not official and there may be a few issues with it. So that's the lot. So see you next time I do one of these things.